So, is it possible to quit your job and become a full-time indie game developer in 2025? Short answer, yes. Long answer, yes. But you're gonna have to get real smart and a little bit scrappy. If you're waiting for someone to tell you it's doable, this is that video. But I'm not just gonna sprinkle some fairy dust and say, just follow your passion. I'm going to give you 5 real steps that helped me go from broke English teacher in Poland to building income generating games that now support my life full-time. So, if you're serious, let's dive in. Back in the day, and by the day, I mean the days I was living off about $500 a month. I was teaching English in Poland. And even then, with rent and pierogi inflation, I didn't go very far. But I had this crazy dream of building game. The problem, I couldn't code, I couldn't design, and I definitely couldn't afford to build the next Clash Royale. But I could save. After paying my rent, I saved every single penny, and I had to pay a developer I found online. Some months, I literally paid him before I paid my landlord because I believed this thing would work eventually. Now, here's where things get weird. Since I couldn't make games myself, I started advertising game dev services on Fiverr. Yep, I'd find clients, then outsource the work to someone who actually knew what they were doing. And I'd take a cut off the top. I became a middleman, a connector, a hustler, a broke hustler, but a hustler nonetheless. And through that process, I started understanding how game development actually worked. I learned how to manage timelines, budgets, and people without ever writing a single line of code. It wasn't glamorous, but it was movement. And movement is everything when you're trying to escape the dreaded 9 to 5. Eventually, I launched a few mobile games. Most of them flopped harder than a fish out of water. But then one of them stuck. Then another. I remember the day I opened my dashboard and realized I just made enough from my games to cover that month's rent. That was one of the best days of my life. Not because I got rich, but because I saw proof that this dream was actually possible. Still, I didn't quit my job just yet. I waited until my games were making almost 10x what I was earning from my teaching. Of course, that was only about $5,000 because again, I was making $500 a month teaching. What can I say? Poland was much cheaper back then. So, how do you make that leap? If you're serious about quitting your job and going full-time as a game dev, here are 5 steps that could actually get you there. Not theory, not hype, just what worked for me and what still works. Step 1, build cash flow. First and always, game development is expensive, even on a budget. If you're broke, you're not going to manifest your way to a profitable game. You're going to need to fund assets, developers, marketing, and maybe even pay rent. Crazy, I know. When I was starting, I saved everything I could from teaching and freelancing on the side. No vacations, no splurges, just rent and game dev. Some months were tight. I mean, instant noodles every day tight. But that cash flow gave me fuel to keep building. Freelance, offer services, be a middleman, find any way to start stacking money. Because this dream is not free. Step number 2, use leverage. If you can't code, cool, neither could I. But that didn't stop me from making games. I found people who could and I worked with them. I outsourced projects, shared revenue, or just paid them from my freelance gigs. You don't need to be a one-person studio. You need to be resourceful. Find collaborators in Discord group, Fiverr, Upwork, or even Reddit. Build relationships, trade skills, create win-wins. You don't need to do everything. You just need to make sure everything gets done. Step number 3, release small, fast, and often. Don't try to build the next Elden Ring, not yet. Start with a simple mobile game, a skills game, a prototype, just something you can finish in a few weeks and launch. Your first few games will probably be garbage. That's okay. Garbage is where you learn. The faster you ship, the faster you'll get feedback, experience, and momentum. Use templates, use starter packs, strip it down, make a game loop that works. Monetize it, get it into players' hands. Iteration beats perfection every time. Step number 4, reinvent yourself. You're not just a game dev, you're a business owner. You need to think like a marketer, publisher, a salesperson. Learn App Store optimization, run ads, build an email list, post devlogs. Your job isn't just to make a game, it's to make it seen. Create a simple site, start a newsletter, record your journey on YouTube or TikTok. Every bit of exposure adds fuel to the long-term fire. And step number 5, don't quit your job too early. This is where a lot of people mess up. They get a tiny win, a few $100, and they go, I'm out. Then a bad month hits and they're crawling back to Indeed.com. Don't do that. Set a milestone. For me, it was when my games were making almost 10x what I was making teaching. consistently. When your games can pay your bills and give you breathing room, that's when you make the leap, not before. Give yourself a runway, save up a few months of expenses, use your job to fuel your freedom, not resent it. So, is it still possible to become a full-time indie game dev in 2025? Absolutely, but it's not a lottery, it's a system. Use your job to stack cash, use leverage to move faster, ship small, ship often, build an audience, treat your dream like a business. And most importantly, don't give up when it's hard, because it will be hard. But one day, your game might just cover your rent, and when that happens, you'll know exactly how I felt. And you'll realize that this was only the beginning. If this video lit a fire under you, hit that like button, subscribe for more real talk like this, and drop a comment telling me what game you're working on right now. Let's make this your year. Let's make your dream your job. I'll see you in the next one. Stay safe. Peace out.